CarnEvil main attraction has arrived. He was available on the website yesterday morning, and he's already here. Barnaby the bear. He moves side to side on this ball like he's balancing, and his eyes light up red, and he makes these growling bear sounds like a regular grizzly bear out in the wild, and he has this really cool box. Here's one of the side pictures. He is pretty heavy and has some handles. The back with the story. He's indoor use or covered porch only. 2 pictures on the other side. And let's see what's inside. This ball is huge. Dropping stuff. Here's the first piece. This is really weird looking. Gonna get rid of some of the plastic. So this is in 2 halves, and there's Velcro all over this. It looks like some connectors as well. This looks like a separator piece of cardboard. The other half's right here. Same thing, pretty much. Shoulder piece. Now he doesn't have a moving mouth, but it has light up red LED eyes. Which you can't even really see him right now. And he has this type of adapter cord. I know people have been commenting on other videos about what cords they have for their heads. This is the cord adapter. Bag of clothes. Instructions. Both of his feet, these are kind of fragile feeling. They're just like a thin layer molded plastic. So they look really cool. This is like half of a back piece. Here's like more of the back piece. I think that's because he kind of moves around a little bit, that they're separate. Here's one of his claws with Velcro right there. Now this is the hip loop. That's not supposed to be on there. Here we have his other arm. Two poles with these little screw and bolt things. The base and the adapter. Now there is a lot of parts. I'm gonna lay them out. Here's an overview of all of his parts. Starting with the head, both sides of the ball that he's balancing on, his feet, arms and hands, 2 like back pieces, 2 poles, a hip loop, a weird shaped piece of metal, his clothing, instructions, the shoulder piece, main mechanism, and the base. On the Barnaby instructions, it's very similar to Monty's with all these steps, but on the back, it shows you how to repackage it. One of the first ones we've seen was on Monty. Starting with the base, and then this ball. It ain't a ball yet, it's 2 circles that we're gonna make a ball. So you're gonna find this slit on one, and then find it on the other. This one's not cut out though. And you can see where this hole is, and it's pretty much like a snap lock plastic version. And there's 4 of these that go all around the ball. There's one here and over here. It's recommended that you have 2 people on the instructions, so I'll be right back. It took a while to get this together. There's actually about 8 pieces on there. And this is probably the hardest spirit step I've ever done. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the base now with the pole that doesn't have a label on it, but it has 2 pieces of foam on each side. You're gonna loosen this and just use the snap lock tighten that back up afterwards. And that's what makes this not wobble so much. And then put this ball on. There's a hole on the bottom. The next piece is labeled C. Once again, unscrew this bolt. If you don't unscrew it, you won't be able to get your snap lock in. Now this is the weird step, where you get this L piece, and you take off one of the pins. You feed it through, put the pin back on. Just got the pin in. Now if you lift this piece up, and you go through the shoe, go through the middle part of the Velcro, up through the hole. And when you come down, we'll start with the back piece of Velcro, which doesn't go on very well because they have the pin right there, but you can get it to stick. And then the front. Now for the other foot. For the pants, you're gonna put one leg over this, and the instructions don't even say this, but there's a hole right here in the middle of his pants for this pole to go over, just like that. And then we'll pull these down so you can see what's up here. But on the sides, there is Velcro to go on. Over here as well. I'm going to turn them around. Loosen the pin on the main mechanism. And connect it on. Snap lock and retighten. And then get this cotter pin off. Up here, where this like tiny L piece of metal is, push this all the way through. Sometimes you gotta wiggle it a little bit, and it'll go through just that far. This is where you get your pin back on. Now for the hip loop. I just plugged the adapter in. Now I'm going to pull the pants up. Careful not to trap your IR sensor. Now up here, we're gonna be putting on the shoulder frame. And then these two pieces, one on the back and the other on the front. They're the same exact thing. This just gives him his form. Turning it back around for the shirt. Just gonna do the top back piece of Velcro for now. Gotta get the arms in. And do the same thing on the other side. And then on the wrists, there's gonna be a little bit of Velcro on the top. There's a little bit on the bottom too, actually. And then the fun part, his head. There it is. Gonna start by putting the wire down. Just like that, turning him around. We'll fix the fabric up in a minute. Now to feed the IR sensor up. It's hidden behind this white fabric. And then the red wire. I think that's it. To fix the clothing, I'm gonna start on this side. Just kind of fix his neck. Here's your settings. I'm gonna put mine on always on mode, volume control, And that's really it for Barnaby the bear. For the adapter, I decided to just put it out right here. This hole is in his pants. You can run it through the ball, but it's a little too late for that.